Hello everybody, I'm Chris Williams and welcome to my video blog for Wednesday the 30th of June 2010. Been away from blogging for a few days, so if you watch me daily, welcome back. I know that my first video back from any time that I've been away has not normally had many viewers, but tonight I'm going to be talking about two main topics that I think are going to get quite a few people entering into dialogue with me. But first of all, I want to talk about something weird which I noticed on the train returning back to Cardiff at the start of the week. Now that we're into the hot weather, the women, as you know, like to wear skimpy clothes and reveal their items that the men like to stare at. But what have I noticed? I have noticed that the women have got tattoos, yes, tattoos, over their cleavage, and revolting tattoos at that. I've lost count of how many women I've seen with tattoos of dragons right across, going from their cleavage up towards their neck, and all sorts of over-the-top, darkish tattoos. No, I don't mean sort of nice tattoos of Disney characters or anything like that, but I mean tattoos of snakes, dragons, crocodiles, that sort of thing. Because you see the woman, she has a kind of nice, sweet, innocent-looking face, but these tattoos are they imply kind of rock attitude. They're sort of into anarchy and the secret hellraiser and that sort of thing. I find it completely repulsive and unnecessary. I know that it's regular for men to have those kind of tattoos on their chests, but women with tattoos on their breasts, that must be really painful, rather than me. I wonder what you think of it. Do you think it looks terrible, or do you think it looks attractive? I don't think it's going to look attractive to anybody. Right, in a moment I'm going to talk about Roy Hodgson and the Liverpool manager's position. I think Benitez should still be manager, to be honest, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Right, in America, the Supreme Court has ruled that all Americans have the right to own a gun. Here in Britain, of course, we recently had a massacre in Cumbria where a man went on a rampage with a gun and killed people who he had a grievance against. Because the people who he shot, they didn't have guns to defend themselves with. And one asks the question, why did the man who went on to kill people, why did he have a gun in the first place? The Americans put forward a very strange argument whereby they say, I should own a gun to defend myself in case someone tries to shoot me. Well, why would someone want to shoot someone else? Can't the Americans live in peace and harmony? Of course, it's interesting that the Americans, of course, very Catholic-minded people, and yet they like guns. Guns kill, but they support the American people support religious principles. Where does it say in the Bible that you should go out and kill people with a gun, whether in defense or in any other respect? It'd be nice to know who invented guns. I know that here in the United Kingdom, if you want to apply for a gun license, you have to convince the powers that be that you will not use the gun to kill anything. Well, what would you use the gun for? When they call you in for your psychological assessment to see if you are fit to have a gun license, do they grant you the gun license if you say, oh yes, I'm going to use the gun to dig potatoes, or anything ridiculous like that? A gun is designed to kill. It's not designed to injure mildly. It is designed to take away the life of the human being or the animal that you are attacking with it. And clearly, two wrongs don't make a right. If someone is going to shoot you, it is not. It is okay, I suppose, to shoot back to defend yourself. But the point of the matter is that person should not be shooting you in the first place. They should not have access to the item to shoot you with. And the Americans should know, of course, that they have far more high school massacres than any other part of the world, apart from Finland, of course. So it's a rather disappointing attitude of the Supreme Court to allow the American people to continue to have such liberal usage of firearms. Of course, the Supreme Court put forward the argument that it does say in the Constitution that the Americans have the right to bear. I don't know the exact word, but the Constitution says they have the right to bear arms and defend themselves and that sort of thing. Because the Constitution is ancient. The United Kingdom has no qualms about updating the Constitution, so maybe America should update their Constitution too. Right, Roy Hodgson and the Liverpool manager's vacancy. I don't think he's the right man for the job. Indeed, I've got Wikipedia on my computer screen at the moment. You can check this out yourself. Some statistics as to his percentage of wins at the clubs he's managed previously. He's been the manager of Halmstad, Bristol City, Obro, Malmo, some place I'm not going to bother mentioning, Switzerland, Inter Milan, Blackburn Rovers, Inter Milan again, Grasshopper, Copenhagen, Udinese, United Arab Emirates, Viking, Finland and Fulham. And for the majority of those clubs, he has a winning percentage of as low as 15% through to, well, Inter Milan 66% on the second time around, but Blackburn Rovers 55%, he got sacked from there. Grasshopper 38%, Copenhagen 51%, Finland 27%, Fulham, some say that he is so good at Fulham that this constitutes him getting the Liverpool job, a winning percent of 40%. I don't, no, you can say as much as you like about him rallying the players and building their confidence, but in all these clubs he's managed previously, it has not led to them achieving a high level of success. I think he did achieve some success in the lower, in the smaller clubs in the foreign countries, but in the big nations where it matters, no success of any note. I don't think that he's the right person for Liverpool. No, I would like Sven-Göran Eriksson to be Liverpool manager. No, like Hodgson, he has been a bit of a journeyman with his managerial experience, but he has had a record of success. But if Eriksson isn't going to become Liverpool manager, then maybe he should have another go at being England manager after he got us into the quarter-finals against Brazil, which was more than what Capello was able to achieve. But some say that the big international players will leave Liverpool if Hodgson takes over. I don't think that will happen. I just think he's going to be out of his depth. I think he's more likely to develop the youth players in the long run, and I think that Liverpool can expect to be out at the top 4 over the next 3 years while Hodgson does this restructuring. Some say that Kenny Dalglish should take over again as Liverpool manager, but I started supporting Liverpool at the time when King Kenny was in charge of Liverpool. Obviously, I'm too young to remember the title victories. I do vaguely remember the media attention surrounding the last victory, but it's all a bit of a blur to me. I was very young at the time. But I think football has moved on too much for King Kenny to return to the manager's job at Liverpool. Remember the horror show that he had at Celtic with John Barnes. So I think Kenny and Roy are the wrong people for the job, and I stand by my assertion that Sven-Göran Eriksson would be a more suitable appointment. I can't see him staying Ivory Coast for too long, can you? Okay, that's all I want to say in this video blog. Thanks for joining me. I tend to blog on a daily basis when I'm in the Cardiff area here in the United Kingdom. But until next time, it's bye for now. Bye bye.